Hello. Today I'd like to talk about what I do to offset anticipation in the drop and recall exercise in the open classes. First, though, I'd like to talk about body language. All too frequently, when I see in the open classes that handlers themselves anticipate the judge's order to drop the dog. By this I mean that if they're going to give a verbal, you can actually see them inhale. They inhale and wait for the judge to give the command to drop the dog, at which point they say down or drop or lay down or whatever their command is. But when they inhale, the dog sees that change in the body language, realizes it's going to drop, and so does. On the other side of the coin, if they're going to give a signal, I often see them bracing their hand, getting it all ready. And they're waiting, and the dog naturally sees that. The dog is very aware of our body language. So if you're having an issue, first look at that. Make sure that you're standing naturally, you're calling your dog to you, and you're not indicating to the dog in any way, shape, or form that he's going to drop. All right? I want to make it very clear that I do not do what I'm going to demonstrate today with my dogs until they are proficient in executing the drop-on recall exercise. I do not do it when I'm teaching the dog. This is after the dog knows how to execute the drop-on recall and is performing it to my satisfaction. If your dog does not know the drop-on recall, I highly recommend that you look at my videos on teaching the drop-on recall. I have 2 or 3 videos on the drop-on recall and how I approach teaching it and what I do once it is taught. I call it the 4-pack, and I'll demonstrate that later again today once I start showing you how I approach anticipation with the drop-on recall. What I do to offset anticipation with the drop-on recall is counterintuitive. Most people, and it is very intuitive, when their dog indicates that it slows down, stops, or indicates that it's going to drop, will automatically start racing backwards saying, "Come, no, you come. Okay? I don't do that. In my estimation, doing that I'm teaching my dog that he doesn't have to think. I'm going to show him he doesn't have to drop. And so the dog starts looking for that behavior in me and slows down or is getting ready to, he's anxious, he doesn't know what to do, so he waits to see if I'm going to move backwards or not. And so in moving backwards like that, what I'm doing is teaching my dog that I'm going to show him how to do it all the time, rather than allowing my dog to learn, think, and wait for my command. So what I do actually is just the opposite. Rather than move backwards from my dog, when I see my dog is going to slow down or stops or is getting ready to drop, I immediately walk towards him and I praise him the whole way. "Oh, honey, you come. That's your come. Good boy, come." All right? Walking towards my dog is very aggressive in the dog's estimation. I mean, they're very surprised by my walking towards them. That makes them stop and think. They're going to think about what they're doing more, and that's what I want my dog to do. I do not want my dog to wait for my body language to tell them that they're not going to drop. I want them to think about what they are doing, and that I said come. I did not say drop or stop. So, again, what I do is, if my dog indicates that he's going to drop, I walk towards him. "Oh, come, honey, you come. That's your come," until I meet the dog. All right? I do not. Now, a lot of people, many of my students, what will happen is they start walking towards the dog, and the dog starts coming towards them because he understands it's a come, and then they start backing up. No, you go and you meet them. You do not stop. You go until you meet them, and then you praise them. Give them a cookie, play with them, whatever you wish to do. It's your choice, but you walk towards them until you meet them. Now, a number of dogs react differently to this approach initially until they understand. And some dogs stop. my young dog just stops. He just stops and waits for me to meet him. Okay, so he stops and I go until I meet him. And then he jumps on me, and because he's in the puppy stages, he's 18, 19 months old. So he's just learning that this is not aggression, but I want him to think. Some dogs move to the side. They get out of the way, get out of dodge. If so, I just turn and go to them. I'm not being, this is not a correction. I'm just trying to make my dog think about what he's doing. And some dogs come right to me. Well, I'm going to demonstrate this with Echo. And Echo is the sort that he's not afraid. He understands. We've done it a few times, and he comes right to me. I also want to say that I don't only do this when my dog indicates that he's going to anticipate the drop. I also incorporate it into my training regimen. I do it once or twice a week with the 4-pack. And sometimes I'll do it at the first recall, sometimes the last recall. So that once my dog understands this approach, I can do it intermittently as a sort of booster shot. Okay? Okay, for the sake of the video, I'm going to do an abbreviation of my walking towards my dog on a recall. Normally what I would do is call my dog, have him come halfway, and then start walking in. But that's when I'm, have some distance. We don't have distance here because we can't really show you how I do it when I'm so far away and look like a pinpoint. So we're going to do an abbreviated form. Again, normally it would be when he's halfway there. Right now, I'm just going to do it after I call him. Come. Good, come. Yay for you, come. That's come. Yay. Yes. Yeah, the bookies. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. That's, yeah. Come. Boy, good boy. Come. Come, friend. Get ready. Get your feet. There, okay. Down. Come, front. Look, 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 look. Oh, good boy. That was good. That was good, yeah. Good come, good boy come. Yay for you, that was a good come. Oh, did you do it? Good come, yay for you come. That's come, yay. Yes, yeah, the bookies. Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. That's, yeah. So basically, what I do is counterintuitive, as I stated earlier. I do not walk backwards away from my dog and call my dog in, because I believe that teaches my dog to look for that body language, and he becomes dependent upon me. And I don't want that. I want him independent. I want him as my team partner. I want him to think, wait for the order, the command rather, and at which point I will give it to him. So I walk towards him because it makes him think, it makes him look at me, and it helps with the attention, by the way, too. So anyway, that's how I deal with it. It is part of my training regimen once my dog understands how to do the drop on recall to my satisfaction. I wish you all the best of luck. Thank you.